You don't wait for perfect conditions, you create them. And that's exactly why today we're talking about my best studio productivity tools of 2026. Not because they look cool, but because they remove friction between your ideas and execution. So let me show you what I've been upgrading, because small intentional upgrades change everything. Let's start with something important. I was shooting with a Samsung S21 Ultra as a desk camera for close-up shots, and honestly, it was solid, reliable, no overheating. It did the job. But there was always something missing. The colors. They were flat, lifeless, no punch, no depth. And when you're filming art, ink flow, brush strokes, textures, color isn't optional. It's everything. So I started searching, and this is where it gets interesting. I tried other cameras and different brands. On paper, all the options were perfect, but in reality, all the ones I've tested had overheating issues and shuts down automatically, especially filming for long in 4K. If I'm in the middle of painting, building, or recording a long session, I cannot have my camera deciding it needs a break. So I kept hunting, and it needs to tick all the boxes. Small body, 4K capable, good micro detail, punchy colors, reliable thermal performance, and affordable. That's when I landed on the Canon PowerShot V10. And honestly, this is one of the best discoveries I've made for the studio. Yes, it's marketed for vlogging. Yes, the shape is unconventional, but the output? Clean, vibrant, consistent. Here is a side-by-side footage between Canon and my old Samsung phone. Immediately you see it. The colors pop, the details hold. The image feels alive. Inside the box, you get the camera, lens cap, pouch, magnetic mic attachments, and it's around 1,500 dirhams. If you're starting your YouTube journey and you're looking for something budget-friendly, compact, reliable, and actually capable of delivering vibrant 4K footage without thermal drama, I honestly can't recommend the Canon PowerShot V10 enough. It's small, it's simple, and straightforward camera, and sometimes that's exactly what productivity looks like. Tools that quietly do their job so you can focus on yours. Now, let me show you something. That sunset intro shot, the warm light slowly moving down the wall while I am working. It looks cinematic, but it's not complicated as you think. It's the Neewer RGB Flashlight. Inside the box you get the flashlight, 20 gobos, and the rubber attachment. The build quality feels premium, and it is made from aluminum. It throws 4 light colors, and you can flip between colors and control its intensity with this knob. The main purpose of this flashlight is more than throwing color. The real magic is the gobos. You get patterns, textures, window projections, controlled beam edges, soft or sharp. For this shot, I ask my wife to slowly pan it down to mimic sunset light, and suddenly the studio feels alive. For 165 dirhams, this is one of the highest return upgrades in the entire setup. Oh yes, I also bought a smoke machine. This is the Colbor CF5. It has premium build and comes with hard shell case. You get also different nozzles, RGB fan attachment, and odorless smoke refill. As for the performance, it fills the room fast, like really fast. The battery lasts for at least 3 hours on constant use, and it is USB-C rechargeable. Is it necessary, you might ask? No. Is it powerful when used correctly? Absolutely. When the product or the mood calls for drama, this elevates B-roll instantly. It is not for everyone, but if you're serious about content, your visuals should sometimes surprise your audience. Now this one. At first glance, it looks like a toy. It's the Neewer Motorized Dolly. And the reason I bought it is simple. I film alone. It's just me, the desk, and whatever I'm working on. I used this manual dolly from Neewer. It worked, kind of, but every time you push it, the movement is slightly different. Sometimes too fast, sometimes shaky, sometimes you think it's smooth, and then you see it in editing and it's just not it. Proper motorized sliders. They're expensive, big, and honestly, a bit of a setup headache. So I tried this. It's actually heavier than it looks. Solid build, 4 rubbery wheels, strong motor. You control the speed, movement, and settings from Neewer Studio app or manually on using the buttons. Another cool feature that it does is the loop feature. You set point A, move it to point B, activate the loop, and it keeps sliding back and forth automatically. That alone makes solo filming way easier. Now, here are 2 downsides. First, your floor needs to be flat. If you've got tile gaps like mine, you might get tiny bumps. You can stabilize in post, but just be aware. Secondly, it doesn't steer itself. It's not a remote control car. You can't sit there and drive it left and right from your phone. If you want a curved path, you have to manually adjust the wheel angles yourself before starting the shot. I kinda wish it was fully controllable through the app. That would have made it insane for the price. But for 500 dirham, it honestly ticks a lot of boxes, especially when you mount something like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 on top. You get stabilization from the gimbal and smooth sliding from the dolly, and suddenly your shots don't feel static anymore. And let me say this clearly. If you're filming alone and you're only doing static shots, you're limiting your storytelling. Even subtle movement changes everything. Is it perfect? No. Does it replace a high-end slider? Also no. But for the price, for solo creators, for product shots, for B-roll, it's a smart tool, and that's the point. Okay, now let's talk about something that actually changed how my desk feels. HOTO SnapBloQ system. My appreciation for minimal clean design started when I bought my first HOTO product years ago. I got their tiny laser measurer, and since then I've been low-key impressed with how they design things. Minimal, clean, thoughtful. So when I saw the SnapBloQ system, the drill, the precision screwdriver, the rotary tool, all modular, all stackable, I knew this was going to end up in my studio. And honestly, this is less about tools and more about discipline. Because when you 3D print, sand, polish, adjust screws, fix mounts, you're constantly reaching for things. And if your tools are messy, oversized, or scattered everywhere, it slows you down. So I decided to declutter. I got rid of my old overpowered rotary tool, threw away my random manual precision screwdrivers. Now everything lives in one clean system. The unboxing experience, it's like HOTO designs, simply satisfying. First thing, the drill is perfect for precision work on 3D prints. You get 3 speeds, not crazy powerful. And that's the point. It's controlled. And look at the attention to details. You get HOTO logo stamped even on the drill heads. Now the screwdriver is solid, gets the job done. My only tiny complaint is because everything is magnetized. Sometimes the bits might shift around, so if you're careless, you might misplace one, but that's me nitpicking, to be honest. And my favorite tool of them all, the rotary tool. I tested it on a wooden sheet, just rounding the corners, and it was weirdly satisfying how quick and controlled it felt. No drama, no shaking, just smooth. And of course, I 3D printed mounts for them and hung them on my SCADI's board. Because if I'm going to upgrade tools, they need a proper home. As a creative manager, bringing ideas to life means building systems, not just having ideas, systems. And this setup feels like a system. If you're someone who builds things, modifies things, prints things, fixes your own setups, having one clean, organized precision system instead of random tools everywhere just hits different. It makes you work cleaner. And when you work cleaner, you think clearer. Now, after all this drilling, sanding, polishing, let's talk about something nobody gets excited about. Cleaning. If you've seen my previous video, you know what I'm talking about. Black particles everywhere, charcoal bits, 3D print residue, tiny plastic dust after sanding, and every single time I had to go grab the big hoover, which is annoying. So I got the HOTO vacuum and air duster. And honestly, this is one of those tools that does not sound impressive at all, but HOTO designed it to look impressive. It's compact, USB-C rechargeable, comes with different attachments so you can reach weird corners, keyboard gaps, behind equipment, even between my markers, and it's actually powerful with real suction. Plus, it has the air duster mode, which is perfect for blowing debris or if you need to inflate an object. Now let's be honest, for 300 dirhams you can find cheaper options, but this fits my setup perfectly. The design matches everything else, and of course, I 3D printed a mount for it on my SCADI's board, so now it lives there. Easy access, no excuses. It keeps the workflow smooth. Because when your desk is clean, resetting between projects takes seconds instead of minutes. Productivity is usually hiding in these boring little upgrades. I didn't build this studio in one day. I built it one small upgrade at a time. And that's how you grow, not by waiting, by moving. So whatever you're using right now, start there and improve as you go. And if you guys are interested, I can do a full studio setup tour. How everything is organized, how I mounted things, how I wired it all together. Or, if you're more curious about how 3D printing organizers completely changed my workflow and helped me clean up this entire space, I can break that down too. Let me know in the comments what you want next.